Good morning and welcome back. It is a brisk 25, 27 degrees here in central Indiana today. One of the things that I've been wanting to do revolves around the 56 Ford Fairlane and these rotten tires that we have behind me. I mentioned in an earlier video about the car that it sits really high on jack stands. We have to stand on blocks of wood to get over it, and it's been pretty rough on my back. So I would like to get it down on the tires, or at least down on tires or onto the dollies so we can move it around a little bit easier. We are able to roll it around in the barn on the wheel dollies. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go to a couple of our local tire shops, probably 2 or 3, or 1 if the first one lets us do it. But we're gonna try to convince them to take some of the tires that they might have taken off of another car that they're going to dispose of and swap them out and put these on our rims for us, and they can have these to dispose of. I think there's something to do with taxes or the environment, something that they need. If they put new tires on, they have to turn old tires in. I think that's how it worked, but don't quote me on that. You can comment if I'm wrong, but hopefully they'll do it. I've never tried it before. I really don't want to have to buy new tires just to put on this, because I'm not sure what direction we're going with it. It's highly doubtful that these rims are what's going to stay on the car. I'd like to put something nicer on it. I'd like to put something wider on it once we get it all going, once we get to that point. But for now, I just need to be able to move it around. If it does happen to start, it'd be nice to be able to see if the transmission works, see if we can get it moving some. So that's what we're gonna do this morning. We're gonna run a couple other errands, but we'll take you along with us, and hopefully the shops will let us swap it out. But first, let me show you these tires and these rims that come off this, show you why we need to replace them. So you can see, these are the original rims. Those are the original rims, but not original tires. Neither one of them hold air. These are original rims and tires. And you can see these are really bad. They do not hold air at all. But maybe we can convince them to swap them out. And hopefully we can get them on the car and get it down off those jack stands, make it a little bit easier to work with. Well, it has been a couple of weeks since we went tire shopping, trying to get somebody to donate some tires. We went to a few different shops, and everyone that we went to, they were willing to help, willing to donate tires, but they didn't have any in the right size. And they said 15-inch tires just aren't that common anymore, which I guess I haven't really shopped for tires or cars, but 15-inch just apparently isn't as common. So we're still working on that. But we have been busy with other updates. We did some work on the four-wheeler. For those that follow the whole channel, we did some work pulling down trees and cutting it up. With the tractor, I have done some work to the car, but I did it off camera, so we're gonna go through a walkthrough, little brief walkthrough of what we did here, and see if we can get some fire, some spark out of it today. But first, It's cold. I don't know if you can see my breath or not. I think according to the thermometer over there, it's, I don't know, 12, 14 degrees inside here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn on the heater and fire up the stove, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to warm up, and then we'll go over some of the stuff that we have done inside the engine compartment here of the old Ford Fairlane. All right, a couple hours later, and we have gotten the temperature up to a nice 50 degrees in the barn. Wanted to take a quick moment and show you all the things that we have already done to the car to get it ready to see if it'll start. First thing we did is we bought a new battery. We did have one that was only 600 cold cranking amps, and we took that one back and got this one that was 720. The 600 just seemed like it would die very quickly. We do have it charging right now. I tried to crank it a few times and it drained it a little bit, so I'm gonna let it charge up for a little bit. We did put on a brand new negative cable, and we did put on a brand new positive cable, which the starter relay is brand new. You can see our little test light there. We bought one of the trigger starters so I can do this while I'm out here by myself. We have a brand new coil. We got brand new cap, brand new rotors, brand new wire, and brand new condenser inside the distributor condenser. So that's all new. Once the battery charges up here in a little bit, we'll take a shot at firing it off. Wish us luck. Okay, so here's the biggest update that I want to show you. If you look right here, let me turn on the light. There we go. This is the spark light that we got on the plug and down to the wire. And here's the biggest thing I want to show first. Hopefully it picks it up. Let me turn off the light so we can see it better. So, as you can see, we now have spark. That was one of the biggest issues that we were having before, is that we didn't have any spark, and now we do. So I'm gonna put the battery charger back on, and it's got a start function on it. I'm gonna prime this a little bit and see if we can get it to do anything. All right, here we go. Oh man, that was promising. Here we go. Well, it acted like it wanted to fire. So let me adjust the timing a little bit. Adjust the distributor a little bit, see if I can get anything else to happen. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe not. Let me adjust it, do some adjustments. Ready? That.
Oh, get out of here. Smells like my deodorant.
I'm gonna put that in there.
a bit pungent.
Huh?
It's a bit pungent. Smells a little bit like race day.
But
One step closer.
that is exciting. I think it's exciting.
Very exciting.
All right, there you go. We are 100% counting that as this engine starting, because it did run on its own for a second or two. The starter noise was just me getting excited and not taking my hand off the trigger for the starter, but everything's working. And like I suspected, the carburetor, I think, is the main thing that's holding us back right now from it running. We have the fuel lines off of it. The tank, I looked in it the other day, and it's just full of stuff. At least all down the down tube is. It's got all kinds of crud in it, so I don't want to run off the tank. But our immediate plans, I'm gonna order a rebuild kit for the carb. I'm going to figure out a fuel delivery system, whether it's off the manual pump that's on it or if it's off an electric one. Just something where we can deliver fuel to it directly to the rebuilt carb. And we're going to, now we know that it will run, we're going to get the oil changed in it and get some fresh oil circulating through the motor, so it will circulate through the motor. And then I don't know if I'm gonna put the old rims and tires back on it for now or set it directly down on the hubs, the drums, but we wanna get it off the jack stands. We've been kind of waiting because I wanted plenty of room to be able to change the oil if it did fire. So now that that's done, we can get it down and get it moved around. We are gonna move on to some other parts of the car too. We'll do some updates on it. We want to clean the body up some. We want to work on the interior some. We get it come springtime, we get a nice day, we'll do some cleanups and stuff outside, power washers or whatever we need to do. But now we're gonna start some of that, a little bit of the funner part of the restoration. Now that we do know how to run, getting the engine turned over has just been part of the fun that we want to have with this car. We're not professional mechanics, but we do know some. We want to make it something we can just kind of play around in without ruining the authenticity of the car, since technically we have the original title, is still a one owner car, where we would be the second owners of it if we retitled it in our name, which we might do. We're not sure what we're gonna do but hopefully you stick around, get to enjoy some of that with us. It's gonna be an adventure. We're ready for it. It's here. You know, hopefully over the next year or two, we'll be able to get quite a bit of things done, and hopefully you're along for the ride. So thanks for watching. You know, don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed already. We appreciate everybody who's given us some shout outs already. We love all the comments. Some of you have been very helpful. You know way more about cars than I do, and I will never say that I know a lot. So we appreciate all that. We appreciate all of you. Leave some comments, like the video, share them, and we'll see you next time.